The very name Alaska evokes visions of majestic snow-capped peaks, endless forests brimming with wildlife, and a sky illuminated by the ethereal glow of the aurora borealis. It's a land where nature reigns supreme, where the modern world feels distant, and where adventure is woven into everyday life. But beyond the breathtaking landscapes and glossy travel brochures lies a reality that few truly comprehend. Living in Alaska isn't just about marveling at its beauty, it's about resilience. It's a test of endurance against the elements, a battle against isolation, and a daily lesson in self-sufficiency. Life here presents challenges most people never encounter: extreme weather, scarce resources, unpredictable dangers in the wild, and a cost of living that can be jaw-dropping. Surviving in Alaska isn't for the faint of heart. It's for those who embrace the wild. A land of vastness and solitude. Alaska isn't just the biggest state in the U.S., it's incomprehensibly vast. Spanning approximately 665,000 square miles, it dwarfs Texas more than twice over. If laid atop a map of the lower 48 states, it would stretch from Georgia to California. Yet, despite its enormous landmass, it remains one of the least populated places in the country. With only about 730,000 residents, Alaska's population density is a mere 1 person per square mile, the lowest of any U.S. state. In some remote areas, your nearest neighbor might be dozens of miles away. For those seeking solitude, this isolation offers a sense of unparalleled freedom. But for others, it presents an entirely different challenge. When things go wrong, a broken down car, a medical emergency, a dwindling supply of essentials, help isn't minutes away. It could take hours or even days depending on where you live. The sheer remoteness can be both liberating and deeply isolating, testing even the most independent spirits. Alaska's brutal winters, a battle against nature. Snow-covered landscapes and icy temperatures may define Alaska in the minds of many, but even that image doesn't fully capture the merciless grip of its winters. In the interior regions, temperatures can plunge to an unthinkable -60 degrees Fahrenheit, -51 degrees Celsius during the coldest months. In Fairbanks, where winter stretches for nearly half the year, residents endure weeks of -40 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures as a norm. This level of cold isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Frostbite can set in within minutes, vehicles struggle to start, and everyday tasks become grueling. It's a season that demands preparation, resilience, and a deep respect for nature's unforgiving ways. But winter isn't the only extreme Alaskans endure. When the snow melts, an entirely different phenomenon takes hold. The midnight sun, when darkness vanishes. While winter drapes Alaska in endless nights, summer swings the pendulum in the opposite direction. In places like Fairbanks, the sun barely sets at all in June and July. The result? A surreal landscape bathed in near-constant daylight, known as the midnight sun. For many, the perpetual light fuels boundless energy. Hikers, fishers, and explorers take full advantage of the extended days. But for those unaccustomed to the ceaseless glow, the experience can be disorienting. Imagine going to bed at midnight only to find the sun shining as brightly as it did at noon. Alaska, a land for the bold. Alaska is not just a place, it's a way of life. It's a state that rewards those who embrace its extremes, who find joy in solitude, and who respect the raw power of nature. It's not for everyone, but for those who call it home, there is no place on Earth that is quite like it. The harsh realities of living in Alaska. While Alaska's endless summer daylight can be a breathtaking experience, it also disrupts sleep schedules, making it challenging for many to adjust. Surprisingly, summers can get quite warm, with temperatures soaring into the 80s or even 90s in certain areas. However, despite the beauty of the midnight sun, life in Alaska presents extreme challenges that few outsiders truly understand. The outrageous cost of living. Many assume that Alaska's isolation would make living costs lower, but the opposite is true. The state's remoteness drives prices sky high for everything from groceries to gas and housing. Most goods must be flown or shipped in, making prices significantly higher than in the lower 48 states. A gallon of milk in rural areas can cost as much as $10. A dozen eggs might set you back $6 to $8. Even in larger cities like Anchorage, necessities are often double the cost of other states. Dining out is also a luxury, with fast food meals easily exceeding $15. Housing costs are another major hurdle. Despite Alaska's vast open spaces, building homes is expensive due to high material and labor costs. The average home price in Anchorage surpasses $400,000, with rent following suit. Utilities, especially the heating, can be astronomical. With temperatures plunging far below freezing for much of the year, heating bills can run into thousands during the coldest months. While Alaskan residents receive a Permanent Fund Dividend, PFD, from the state's oil revenues, ranging from $1,000 to $2,000 per person annually, it barely makes a dent in the overall cost of living. Transportation nightmares. One of the biggest surprises for newcomers is the lack of roads. Unlike the lower 48, where you can drive virtually anywhere, much of Alaska is completely inaccessible by car. The entire state has only 177,000 miles of road, and some places, like Juneau, are entirely cut off from the rest of the state. The capital city can only be reached by boat or plane, making transportation not just inconvenient, but also incredibly expensive. Many rural communities rely on bush planes for travel, mail delivery, and even medical emergencies. During winter, snowmobiles and dog sleds become essential modes of transportation. Even in cities, icy roads and unpredictable weather make driving hazardous, with long stretches of highway often closed due to avalanches, landslides, or flooding. The mysteries of the Alaska Triangle. Beyond the daily challenges, Alaska is also home to one of the most mysterious regions in the world, the Alaska Triangle. This area, stretching between Anchorage, Juneau, and Barrow, has been the site of numerous unexplained disappearances, eerie sightings, and legends that have puzzled locals and researchers for decades. Whether due to rugged terrain, extreme weather, or something more supernatural, the Alaska Triangle remains an enigma. The Alaska Triangle, America's forgotten mystery. While the Bermuda Triangle is infamous for its eerie disappearances, few realize that Alaska has its own enigmatic zone, the Alaska Triangle. This vast, mysterious region, stretching between Anchorage, Juneau, and Utqiagvik, has been the site of over 20,000 vanishings since the 1970s. That's an astonishing average of 6 disappearances every single day. The ultimate test: are you prepared? For those who come prepared, Alaska is a dreamland of adventure, independence, and unparalleled natural beauty. But for the unprepared, its harsh realities can quickly turn that dream into a nightmare. The extreme cold, food scarcity, and lack of medical facilities make survival skills essential for daily life. Imagine living in a place where winter temperatures can drop to negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit. The sun disappears for months in the far north, and roads to civilization are nearly non-existent. The Alaska Triangle, a modern-day mystery. Despite scientific explanations, the disappearances continue, adding to the eerie allure of the Alaska Triangle. Pilots, hikers, and entire groups of people have vanished without a trace. Could there be something beyond human understanding at play? Whether you believe in supernatural forces or logical reasoning, one thing is certain: Alaska remains one of the most mysterious places on Earth. Would you dare to move to Alaska? Have you ever experienced something strange in the wilderness? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the last frontier, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating content. Thanks for watching.